Yo. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recording on Snapchat right now. I said I was not going to record drive talks on Snapchat anymore, but I like how I don't like cutting the video, because on the camera roll, if you're recording on the selfie, you have to cut off the video and then start recording in the front camera, and on Snapchat you could just do this. That's what I love about Snapchat. So as soon as this cuts off, I'm going into the camera roll just to not lose the thought, right? But back to today's drive talk. First of all, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, whoever you are. I just got out of work. I'm on the way home after freaking 8 hours of 9 to 5 normal work that I get to do. Because obviously, even having a job, you should be grateful for, right? Always strive for more, but be grateful for what you have currently. There's people that don't have a job. There's people that are like my brothers right now. Hey, my brothers. I'm not gonna say. You know how people always say the H word, ELLL. Say like heck, my brothers. Instead of saying heck, they say the whatever, bro. I'm getting off topic. I have not done a drive talk in a while, and actually in a really long time. What, like 2-3 weeks. The last 3 videos that I've done have all been weekly markups, right? And that's great, because I'm still gonna do a weekly markup this week, right? That means that I'm uploading 2 videos this week. Said it. Boom. Now it's done. Once you say something, now you have to do it, because you can't say something and then not go ahead and do it, because then 1, you're a fraud, and 2, you're gonna stop believing in yourself. So if you say you're gonna do something, now you have to go and do it. So expect 2 videos from me this week, right? This video, which I'm uploading today, this drive talk, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna go over today's trade as well, which was a UJ. And what I mentioned on the reason why I brought up the weekly markups was because last weekly markup, I was supposed to talk about my account. I don't know if you guys remember, or whoever is freaking keeping up to date, but this is to record my progress, right? The last couple of videos that I had posted the account was like around $50, and then last weekly markup, the account was at $10, $9. Currently, the account is back at $27. I think 25 or 27. I'm currently more going off for 27, because when I closed UJ, I think I saw 27, right? But today, the UJ trade today, I took very low risk trade, and I secured early at 20 pips, and then I said risk free. And then price started pulling back a little bit, and then it closed. And it closed with the 15-minute better. Like I said, dude, literally it cuts off right when I'm dropping some knowledge, right? But I got out of the trade because of the 15-minute bearish engulfing candle. It closed, and I was like, price is gonna come and stop me out at entry, so I'm just gonna get out. But that was my mistake, getting out, because I had already taken my profit. If it hit break even, that should have been fine. And what did it do? Price faked out. Right after that 15-minute bearish engulfing candle, it right away went back up again and hit my full target, which we're gonna go over today. We're gonna go over that actually right now as soon as I get home. And well, today is Friday. It's boxing today, right? So I can't record my workout today, but maybe I'll tell my little brother to record me doing something. And if I get to spar, because there's some kids that have they're going amateur, and there's some amateurs already. There's a kid, my boy Alex, shout out Alex. He's turning amateur tomorrow, right? So I command that he wins his fight. Speak it into the universe, speak it into existence, right? Shout out my boy Alex. He's like my brother's age, but he's really good at boxing. We sparred already too. But back to the point is, if I get to record something, I'll post it, right? And if I get to spar today, I'll post it as well. I'll tell my little brother to record it. But the main point of today's drive talk is that I had not done a drive talk in a while. And also the fact that the account, the $100 account, man, I'm struggling more to freaking go back to break even than to fucking make any profit. Like, I literally got this close to blowing the fucking account. It was, I think the account balance, I'll go over it. I have not gone over it, so I'm going to go over those trades, right? I think one day I risked way too much, and then I got greedy, and then I got back in, and then I got emotional, and then I lost more. So I lost like 3 big trades back to back to back because of emotional trading, no rational thought behind the trade, right? No multiple confirmations. It's just emotional decision. When you're not trading rationale, when you're trading emotionally, you're always gonna make mistakes. You're always gonna over risk. You're always gonna take trades that you're gonna take trades against the trend. You're always gonna take trades that don't make sense. You're always gonna take multiple positions. You're gonna be getting in. You're gonna be getting out. You're gonna be getting in. You're gonna be getting out. You're gonna be breaking your trading plan, right? Like, for example, me, I'm supposed to. It used to be I could only take 3 trades a day, but no, now I changed it. Now I can only take 3 losses a day. If you take 3 losses in that day, you're done. So, for example, I could win 2 trades, or let's say I could lose 2 trades, right? I take another trade, I win that one. I can still take another trade because I won my previous trade. As long as I'm obviously, if I already made, let's say, for example, risk to reward ratio, right? For every of those trades, it was minimum 1 to 3. Meaning, for everyone that doesn't know, for no traders out there, if you take every trade that you take, it's minimum of 1 to 3. That means that every trade that you take, you're risking $1 to make $3, right? So if you lost both of the first 2 trades, you lost $2, right? Because you're risking $1 to make 3. So if on the third trade you hit your first target, which should be a 1 to 3, you should always have higher targets. But your first target, your TP1, should always be a 1 to 3. Your TP1 hits at 1 to 3. Now you either close it off, or you close 90%, 85%, and let that little chunk continue to go. Or however you feel. If you want to hold more, if you want to not close anything, set the stop and have the open stop loss. But at that point in time, now you set your stop loss at break even. Up to you. However you manage to trade, it's up to you, right? But you have to secure at that 1 to 3 and that third trade. If you close fully, you just made back the last two trades that you lost. Which, if you made, for example, the analogy again, the 1 to 3 analogy, if you lost $2 and on the third trade you made 3, you made it back what you lost, and you're up $1, right? So you could secure those $2. Now you didn't lose anything. Set the stop loss at break even, and now that $1 is floating. Hopefully you guys understand. And if you're a trader, you understand, right? But for people who do not trade, and because when I started trading, I did not get no fucking trading lingo, RSIs, MACDs, freaking crossovers, moving averages. What is it? Price action, supply and demand. Like all of these little things you start learning over time, right? And I fell in love with trading. The same thing, the same way I fell in love with chess, the same way I fell in love with boxing, the same way I fell in love with learning about the ancient past, Egypt, the pyramids, ancient Kemets, right? Egypt used to be ancient Kemets. All of these things, right? So I gotta get home. We're gonna go. I mean, this is not the final trade, but we're gonna go into the workout. The workout is after the trade. But if I do record something in the workout, I command good energy for that soul wherever it's at resting. I command good energy for that soul wherever it's at resting. I command good energy for that soul wherever it's at resting. I command it. For some reason, I started doing, whenever I see a cross, meaning that somebody passed away in that spot right there. I'm on the freeway, by the way. Like I said, I'm on the way home after work. I don't work in the same town that I live, right? I work down near 30-40 minutes away from where I work. I have to drive 40 minutes every day to work and then back home, right? 2 times every day. I don't have to. I get to switch it, right? Even things like this, man. People, like, for example, like right now, I can't flip the camera. You know, this is why I said that Snapchat is a little bit cooler when you're recording. It's just that it sucks that it stops at 3 minutes. Why does it stop at 3 minutes? Snapchat, go ahead and fix that shit, and I'll continue using Snapchat again for my videos. But I mean, eventually I'm gonna have my own fucking camera crew and all of that, right? Oh, that's crazy. One day I'm gonna have my own camera crew. Shit. And these drive talks, you know, maybe somebody's gonna be my bro, or whoever's gonna be a cousin or something, because I'm trying to put everybody on, bro. Like, the market is here for everyone. There's literally trillions. Well, the stock market we're going crazy lately because of Trump, right? And all of that is actually, we're gonna go over that today on UJ, because The markets have been going fucking crazy this entire week, dude. And remember the weekly markup? Oh, how could I just miss that? Remember the weekly markup on oh look, somebody got pulled over right there. What the fuck? There's 3 cops right there. Oh, my recording, dude. You can lower the phone. Hopefully nobody crashed. No, nobody crashed. It's just 3 cops. But remember the weekly markup on GU? How I said that it was gonna come and test. What was it? 27,500? Fuck no, it was 121,500. No, 121.55. I forgot what it was gonna come and test it, but it was gonna come and test the weekly supply. It tested it perfectly, and then we're gonna come back all the way to 131. And today we hit 131, and I got in that trade. It's just that price came back, stalled me out at break even. After I had already that trade, I already remembered it. I took it on Monday or Sunday. Monday actually, and I caught 80 pips on that trade, which I'll also go over that trade today as well. Because if I had stayed in that trade, I would have easily caught like 300 pips, dude. 300, almost like 400 pips. I'm gonna go over that today. I'm gonna show my entry too. But I didn't re-enter. I had a clear re-entry, and even then, I did re-enter above the 15-minute supply and demand, and not right at the weekly supply and demand zone. But I did re-enter above when the price broke above. I'll show you where it broke above and where I re-entered. But then again, I also got out because I thought price was gonna come and stop me out. Dude, twice the same thing today happened to me twice, dude. I just realized that. No, not today, but this week. Today was usually with GU on that re-entry. I just realized that. If I have my stop loss already at break even and I already secured profit, why the fuck am I getting out? Literally, this is real time. I'm realizing this. Why am I getting out? You already took your profit. Why the fuck are you getting out? You already took your profit. Continue to hold the damn trade or let it hit break even. Or else you shouldn't have took it. You shouldn't have closed half. I shouldn't have closed half, dude. I should not have fucking closed half. I'll go over that today, right? I literally just had a quick realization right now. It's weird. Sometimes ideas just keep flowing and talking and coming and pause. Ideas just keep flowing sometimes, dude. Sometimes you don't even know where it comes. Like, just what the fuck comes out of thin air or what? The ether of space time or what? We're gonna go over that, right? I mean, even this right now, I have to be grateful for, right? Be grateful today. Be grateful for whatever what you have, for whatever device you're listening to this, for your job, for your family, for your pets. And don't just be grateful, but show actions. Be grateful through action. And I got that from Wes Watson, by the way, right? How do you show gratitude through action? By going to the gym, right? Show God that you're grateful of your body and of your life, and become and create your temple, right? Because your body is a temple, obviously. And create the best temple that you can possibly create, right? Become in the best shape that you can possibly get. Learn as much as you can possibly learn. Become the best that you can possibly be. Love even more people. Give more. Help more. Roberto Palazuelos en una was it a podcast? I think it was a podcast. He mentioned, I'm gonna say it in Spanish because he said it in Spanish. Si no tienes un buen dharma, olvídate what the fuck? You see, I'm already fucking up. I can't be mixing Spanish with English because it's either Spanish or it's either English or Spanish. Si no tienes un buen dharma, olvídate del éxito. El éxito no llega, palabras de Roberto Palazuelos, el éxito no llega chingándose a los demás. No llega. You have to be a good person, and you have to know deep down that you're a good person. Actually, now that I think about that today, I made a mistake. I threw one of my coworkers under the bus. That's crazy. He left. I mean, I'm not even gonna go into that. Just know that I threw one of my coworkers under the bus because he left a note. Right, I'm a parts clerk. I'm supposed to put parts away, but he left a note about parts that needed to be given out. I don't know if they needed to be given out or they needed to be taken out of the system, right? But what I did was, when I got to work, I mean, what the fuck? I did not know what paper it was. It didn't say my name or anything, so I just grabbed that little paper and threw it away. And today I came to realize that my boss was like, why weren't these parts taken out of the system? And my coworker told me, or told my boss that he had left me a note saying to remove these parts out of the system, right? But I didn't remove them. I didn't take the parts out of the system. What did I do? I grabbed the sticky note and threw it away into the trash. And today I told my boss that I didn't see no note, right? But obviously the note didn't say to take out these parts. He didn't send me a message to, hey, I left a note right there, take out these parts whenever you have a chance. So I just came in on Sunday, threw the freaking note away, and today I guess he got a warning for it. But you know what? Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. Because that literally same thing happened to me when I was in the beginning too. And at work, and nobody at work is your friend, to be honest, right? I know all of these people, like everybody I work for right now, which is crazy. I'm literally the OG technically, right? Besides me and my boss, right? We're the OGs. Because every other coworker I had in the past, I started working there in 2020, we're in 2025. I've been working there for 5 years. I'm the last one left from the OGs, right? Holy shit, I just realized that. And it's a great job. The only reason I haven't left it because it gives me the opportunity to fucking trade. I have had multiple times to get a better job over here. Well, actually not over here in King City because I have not applied in King City. But a better job there in that same facility, but as a mechanic. It's just that as a mechanic, you might earn a little bit more money, but also you're not going to have time to trade at all. So it's and where I've been trading lately is New York session, and I could literally have trading New York session literally on my desk there and there. So another reason to be grateful for my job, right? So maybe I shouldn't have thrown him under the bus, but it's a lesson that he also learned. Don't trust others. Don't put your trust into others. If you gave away something, right? No, this is already. I'm not even talking about work anymore, right? If you know that you have to do something, why the fuck are you, and that thing has to be done and it's important, why are you gonna put it on somebody else? Go ahead and do it. You know it has to be done, and you know that if it doesn't get done, it's gonna affect you. Then you have to go ahead and fucking do it. I got off topic already. This drive talk got a little bit longer. I'm already almost getting home too. But look at these beautiful mountains. You see, California is beautiful, dude. On the other side of those mountains, there's more mountains. And, oh shoot! And on the other side of those mountains is the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. California is beautiful. I almost fucking crashed when I was swerving. But into the freaking not the weekly market, but into the trade update for today. Peace and love. Yo, hello ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? So same video, but now we're on the charts. Just got reading my book too right now. Just got done reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. So now we're gonna go over, like I said, this is GU. You know what? This is a trade I took today. It's UJ, this one, right? You can pause it and read it. Right, and this was a trade. Actually, let's go over the trade today. I think I still have it. So let's put GU to the side, which we're gonna go over right now. Let's go over UJ. First and foremost, this is what I noticed. This is around the 15-minute UJ. You can see him. I'm gonna zoom in real quick. On the 15-minute, price failed to keep on breaking lows here at 142, 100. You can see price failed to break lows here, tested it, and then broke going to the upside and tested this supply right here. This supply is strong, is double top supply, and over here was somewhat demand right here. Over here, this is where it mattered, right? Because this is where the entry. This is where we got in, but this is where I was looking to get in, or this is where I should have gotten if I was on it. Because this happened quick. This happened right at 6 a.m. right pre New York session. So it happened to the 5-minute. You can see on the 5-minute. This is the reason why I had my first target here, because this is, shout out Hold, by the way, Hold Visionary. That's the guy that taught me this. So you have a top of the range and you have a bottom of the range, right? And what signifies once we start grabbing the other stage, when we start either bearish or bullish, for example, at this point in time we were bearish, right? But look at what happened here. If I could click it, we had this, and then we had this. But it started since here. The impulse within the range. So actually, let's leave it like that. Oh, actually, let me start it again. So we have a top of the range. We have price melting, creating lower highs, being bearish. And then here, we didn't do this, right? Because the price would have broken this low here and continued to break structure to the downside, it would have still been bearish. And that's what I was looking for price to do, to come test all the way to 141. And price what did it do? It created a double bottom, somewhat of a double bottom. Well, actually, it did create a double bottom perfectly. And this is where price flew. We had this push, price came back, tested exactly perfectly, and then instantly had the push. So this is where I would have been looking for the entry, with the stop loss right below, and still targeting the top of the range, right? Because obviously break of structure, we have a higher low, price test is a higher low, failed to break structure, and your stop loss is right below the previous low, which never got hit, right? But obviously we did not take that trade. I missed it. But where I did take the trade was, we're still on the 5 minute, by the way. Price broke above here, where we previously had supply. Right here, previous supply. We broke above it, and I wanted to get in somewhere right here, but then price did this, and I waited, and then I got in after here. I got in exactly right here after this bullish engulfing candle. Stop loss below these lows, actually below this wick, and literally price flew all the way to target. But my mistake was I secured 21 pips somewhere around here. Was 21 pips right there for the first trade, which was, we're going to get into the $100 challenge account that I mentioned earlier. This is at $27. But look, we're gonna show you the trading history. That account was literally about to get blown. You can start doing the math. Slowly but surely bringing it back. Alright, and then look at the big hits that I was talking about. So it was 15 bucks, 18 bucks, 4, 7 bucks. When we were like at 50 bucks. And for a $100 challenge, that's half of that's over damn near 80% of the account. Holy shit. If that would have been a 100K account, that's 80K gone. Right, because the account was at $9. And slowly but surely I started bringing it back. You can see I started winning right here. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I wouldn't even count that one, but I had a 5 winning streak, which I believe, no, that was from, oh no, some of them were break even. So these two were break even. So this one was a break even too. So it was 1, 2, 3. I think only 3. Yeah. So it was 1 break even, win, break even. So it was 3. Yep. Which were all on UJ and GJ. These were all GJ. Yep. GJ and UJ. Little by little taking it. Little by little coming back. And this is where we're at today. At 27 bucks again. And that was today's trade. Oh, and actually, let me leave the trade history, because one of the last trades that I also mentioned that I was gonna go over was GU. Look, the buy. And we're gonna go over that price, 128.49. Watch, that's gonna hurt right now. Watch. So, but back to the trade that I took today. I closed and secured fully at 25 pips with 27, but we rounded to the nearest 5, just positive 25 pips. But look, I secured 21 pips here, exactly here. And this is where I closed half of the trade and said risk free. And what did price do? It went a little bit more, and then this is where I got out somewhere right here. After noticing, I think this on the 15 minute it looks scarier. So this is what got me out of the trade when I should have stayed in the damn trade. This damn candle right here, this bearish engulfing candle, I was like, price is gonna come do this and I'll possibly be able to get it in another entry, but they didn't do that. It just continued to go to my direction and hit full target. And then now it's starting to look like it's gonna actually do that now. But what's the point now, right? You live and you learn. If you secured already and your stop loss is at break even, hold the damn trade. Now into GU. So I had mentioned GU last week. Look at this. Yep, it was 127,500 all the way to 131. Remember that? You could even see the previous video that I posted before this, where I literally recorded on Sunday. Where were we on Sunday? Look, on Sunday we're right here. I did say that I wanted the price to come test all the way to 127,500, and then we're gonna see the bullish traction, and we did see it. Look, and I got in my GBP USD buy 127,599, and this was an 80 pip trade. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna mention that. Where's the trade? GBP USD buy positive 80 pips, bruh. I had got in for the 80 pip trade at 127,599. So let's look at that. How many pips? Oh, this is gonna hurt. So I got in somewhere right. I got in on Monday. It was 127. Yeah, I got in somewhere right here. I think somewhere right here, actually, on the retest. Wait, was it a Tuesday trade or was it a 804? No, 40. Was that on the 8th? That was Tuesday. Yep, it was Tuesday. I took this trade on Tuesday, not Monday. So it was 127,599. This is gonna hurt. 127,599. Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt. So let's put it right at 600, so it's even above. You can see right below. Look at this full target hit. This is where my full target was gonna be hit if I would have re-entered right. So I got in right here. This is where I secured the 80 pips based off this previous supply and demand zone again. You can see demand, and it has supply below. So I thought price was gonna, well, I mean it did. I literally secured perfectly, and then price came, took me out of the trade, and then it continued. But why didn't I fucking get back in the damn trade? The next trade on Wednesday, literally in a New York session. Look, I had 4 hours to get in the damn trade. But the full buys was correct, and if it wouldn't have stopped me out, I mean, 300 pips, almost 400 pips moves, and I'm pretty sure this high is still gonna get right through. So maybe something like this, something like that, possibly, right? Now we have to just wait, or if price can actually break below, because obviously you have, if price can break below, because we have supply below as well, and obviously turned into strong demand. The strong demand gave us 90 pips. This is what I was looking at earlier, and actually look, happened perfectly. Retested it perfectly. I just missed the entry because I was too focused on UJ. But look at this. I could have already been up 35 pips. Stop loss would have been, actually I would have set my stop loss briefly, or maybe below this low right here, 40 pips. TP1 is obviously this. So it would have been a 1-to-1. I would have already been up 30 pips, and I would have already been risk-free and actually holding. So now the trade would have been risk-free over the weekend. And I missed this trade. What time did it happen? Happened right at 9:30, 10. Right when I was at work too. I'm telling you, the best fucking positions happen at work, right? So now I went over GU, UJ. Let's take a look at real quick at GJ and USD CAD. I did not take these trades. These are markups that I was looking out for. Like if I would have been in the trade, where I got in. And obviously here we had this strong push to the down, strong push to the upside. My bad. Bottom of the range, top of the range. Price bearish engulfed here. Tested the strong supply. Strong supply on the 1 hour actually. Tested it, failed to break highs. This was a perfect sell model right here, and instantly, look, fast created liquidity, like a fast push like this, it tends to be grabbed up, tends to be cleared out really slowly. Look at all of these. So this is on the 1 hour. Look at how long it's taking for us to stop out all of these buyers when it happened in 1 hour, right? But now, when price does test it, at least what I believe is, we're gonna have something like this, maybe continue the fake out, and then we're gonna have that big push, small little buys, and then continue. But this push is gonna be big again. To clear out all of these small buyers, we need a big push to the upside, right? The same way big liquidity or fast created liquidity gets grabbed up really slow, slow liquidity gets grabbed up really fast. Look, it happened right here. All of this slow liquidity got grabbed up really fast. We're creating all of this slow liquidity again, and we're below a key level, which is 188. So definitely sells, possibly to this zone I'm waiting for. Actually, let me set an alarm. And so we're gonna go over all of this on Sunday as well. Let's take a look at USD CAD. USD CAD has been melting, which is crazy. How is the Canadian dollar more heavier currently than the dollar when Trump's been doing all of this tariffs and shit? But the dollar's going weaker, and there's no reason to buy just yet. I mean, we are currently below 138.900, which is a strong supply, a strong demand zone. So the price gonna give us something like this. I might not even change my analysis. I might not even do the weekly markup till Monday, just because everything is still looking like it's gonna the same bias. But actually, I have to do it on Sunday because I have to. So I already said it too. I already said that I was gonna do it on Sunday, so I will do it on Sunday. But price can only give us something like this. I don't think the analysis is gonna change too much either, though. So something like this for USD CAD. Now, boxing. Peace and love to anybody watching this.
Ya cuando está el pichón listo, la mamá lo avienta en el cerro de la montaña y de repente toma vuelo. Si siempre lo vas a tener ahí, ¿cómo es posible?
Sí, no, hay que soltarlo. Sí, yo estoy de la idea, hay que soltarlo. Aquí el mío me engañó, se iba a Canadá. Después que siempre no, se quedó, le ganó
la novia.
Nos desviamos, estábamos con el debut, güey, porque si no...
Sí, debuté, fue algo bonito para mí. Fue muy padre, me gustó, gané y te da más impulso a querer seguir haciendo las cosas de la misma manera. Entonces, con la dirección de un manager como el que yo tenía después de hacer mi debut y ganar, caer con el pie derecho, de aquí vamos para arriba.
¿Cuántos amateur te aventaste antes?
Me aventé 40.
40 en amateur.
40.
¿Entonces dijiste que 3 campeones de guantes de oro?
Fui 4 veces campeón de los guantes de oro.
Era lo más duro, ¿eh?